So obviously, if you can't tell, this isn't all the parts. This is just all the stuff that was done in black because that was simple. Everything that's getting done in tan is still up there. We're waiting on Powder Keg to give us some samples. That way we can take them down to the farm and hold them up to the truck and make sure we get the right color. But as soon as we get those, it shouldn't take too long. It's hard because like in the shadow, the bottom one's too light. In the shadow, the top one's darker. But when you put it in the light,
it kind of blends in.
It starts matching. All right, it's taking a little longer than we expected to get all these parts powder coated because we want to make sure we get the color right. So we actually had a couple things done in both of those colors we were looking at. The lighter one of the two is the color we decided to go with. It was really weird. It needed to be a mix between both, but we think the lighter one's going to match better. Thank you. All right, it's kind of cold out here today, so we're not in too big of a hurry to do anything. Just cleaning up his frame a little bit more. And then once he's done with that, we got his cradle. Hopefully we'll get to that today and at least have that put in the truck. While he's doing that, I got some stuff I'm doing to mine. We got all the bolts into the cradles back in. It's just not tightened down. And then we'll bring the rest of the parts tomorrow. Still got his bumper sitting there. Got to put that on. We didn't want the bumper to be off whatsoever. If we were going to powder coat the bumper tin, it needed to match perfectly since it's right next to the paint. It's in line with it and everything. It's going to be out in the sun. So he just went ahead and got it done in black.
Oh, dude, it hurt. Tight. I gotta do a whole power clean to put on a bumper. There. Here it needs to go just a hair.
It's just so weird seeing a black bumper.
I'm not used to it. I've always seen my tan, so. Hey, where did we put all the bolts at?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
We kind of screwed up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it was a big mistake. These cradles aren't 100% the same. Something about the bolt holes is just slightly off. So the first time we put them up, we drilled all the holes. We took it to powder coat. We didn't mark which one was which because we thought they were the exact same. So we actually had them swapped. So we had to, that's what we just finished doing, was pretty much undoing everything we just did and swapping everything. But everything's done now. It's all tight. And now it's just about ready to sit on the ground, but we're not about to do that tonight. So we came down here and got his brakes done last night. I didn't record none of that because that's boring. It's just brakes. Got his new calipers in there. So he's about to pull it out so we can work on it out here. But he has no steering bar and no brakes.
I have no steering! It's going where it wants.
So we're basically done at this point. He's got some wires to clean up a little bit. We still got to bleed the brakes and align it. We hadn't done that yet. Put that bar in and this track bars. Another thing we just figured out we got to do. Those blocks are definitely in there wrong.
Oops.
So they need to be flipped. Yeah, that is it.
I was tired, bro. And I don't know why I did that. My hands are cold. Can you feel my hands? Alright, there we go. From here to here. Oh.
We finally got all the little touch-up stuff done. Dips full of fluid, all that. The truck is basically done now. We're just waiting on the 46s, which are going to take almost double amount of time to get here than we expected. Got to buy a bracket for this to bolt it to the frame. Got to put some new gap guards in it.
Put more lug nuts on it.
It's only got 4 lug nuts on it. It needs more of those. Spacers too, it needs that. Which my truck needs spacers too, actually. He's still got some cleaning up to do in the back, but now he'll be able to do that at the house. Needs some new gap guards for the rear. Also need 2 new drive shafts. That one's just a little bit short, so he's just gonna go ahead and get a new one. Need a whole new front drive shaft. Still gotta put his light bar back in, buy 2 more pods and put all 4 of those in. And then I think he's talking about getting these powder coated in this tan color. Now that the bumper's not tan anymore, that'll bring a little bit more color back to the front.
Oh, I'm powder coating the grill inserts.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh. So much squat going on.
For anybody that was wondering, a set of 46s does fit in the bed of a Ford Ranger.
Okay. This is Micheal. That's pretty good.
Before you put the 46, still think fine.
can still see a little bit of height difference. We thought with the bigger tires it was gonna help. We thought it just looked really bad on the 38s, but it's still really noticeable. So now I'm definitely ready to do my 4-link in the rear so I can get him my bigger leaf springs as soon as possible. And I didn't show us doing it on video. He is running 3-inch spacers now, because now that these tires are way wider, he was going to be all over these link bars, and he still is. He still doesn't have full lock, but that's just a solid axle swapped OBS thing. But this is basically it. Other than the back coming up a couple more inches and coming up level once he finally does the 4-link, then this is basically going to be it.
Crazy, man.